Alright, welcome back. In today's video we are going to begin setting up one of the key elements in QuickBooks, which is charts of accounts. So what is chart of accounts? Chart of accounts is a structured list of all the accounts an organization uses to record its financial transactions, and each chart of accounts represents a specific category where money is coming from or going to. So chart of accounts are usually grouped into major categories like assets, liabilities, equities, income, and expenses. And chart of accounts comes with a number, but they are not compulsory. So in cloud accounting software like QuickBooks, Zoho Books, Zero Cloud Accounting, FreshBook, it is not compulsory to use account number when setting up a chart of accounts. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's not compulsory. Now, the first one is that the software already organizes accounts by categories and subcategories like assets, liabilities, equities, income, and expenses. And the second reason is that you can easily search accounts by name, e.g. cash at bank or office supplies in QuickBooks. Then the third one is that many small and medium-sized business prefer names only to keep things simple instead of using account number. So using account number in cloud accounting software is not compulsory, it's actually optional. However, account numbers are optional and can be turned on if you want more control and structure, or you are working in a bigger company with many accounts. That is when you can decide to turn on the account number, or you need to follow a professional numbering system, e.g. for auditors account or ICANN or IFRS compliance. That's when you can turn on account numbers. But using cloud accounting software like QuickBooks Online, Zoho Books is actually optional. You can decide not to use account number using cloud accounting software. So it's not compulsory. Actually, it's not compulsory because everything is organized. Cloud accounting software helps you organize your account. You can easily search for any account you are looking for in your chart of accounts. So today we're going to set up our chart of accounts. I'm going to show you how to set up chart of accounts. So there are 2 ways of setting up chart of accounts in QuickBooks. So the first one is you clicking on this J icon. This is called J icon. When you click on J icon, you see chart of accounts. And the second way is when you click on this transaction, you see chart of accounts. You can click on it, you see chart of accounts here. So these are the list of the chart of account that I have in QuickBooks Online. Look at the list of chart of accounts that I have currently. Though I've set up some accounts that I'm going to be setting up, the one that we'll be working with using our case study. So these are the list of our chart of accounts. So I'm going to set up an account. So to set up an account, you click on new account. So let's work with what we have in our case study. Let me open the case study. So this is my case study. If you look at it, they said below are the financial records of Coscharis PLC as at 2025. Then you are required to post their financial record into QuickBooks accounting software accordingly. So these are the chart of account I want to set up, and these are the account type. So petty cash, if you recall the first video that I did where I explained QuickBooks, which is QuickBooks Desktop, that is introduction to QuickBooks. So the video I showed you how to set up chart of accounts, that one is for the desktop version. So this is the online version. This is the cloud accounting software. So if you look at it, petty cash, the account type is called what? Cash and cash equivalent. It is not bank. It's called cash and cash equivalent. That is the account type. Account type means account classification. Where does this account fall in? Is it a current asset, a liability, fixed assets, or an equity or an expenses? So remember, I told you that when setting up an account using accounting software, I told you that they actually created an account type for all your cash and cash equivalents, which is your cash and bank. And if you remember, I said that petty cash fall under current assets. Cash on hand also fall under current assets. UBA bank also fall under what? Current assets. So these are what? All current assets. And there's an account type for all these your assets, all these your cash and cash equivalents, which is called cash and cash equivalents. So if you remember, the desktop version, it is only bank that we have, but using the online version, you will see cash and cash equivalents to select. So if you're using another accounting software like Sage 50, you will see only cash. Do you understand? So in this account type, we are going to use what? Cash and cash equivalent to set up petty cash and also other bank account that we have. So if you look at it, the third column is what we call detail type. So this detail type, it tells QuickBooks how to treat the account behind the scene. That's what the detail type means. And it helps QuickBooks to generate accurate financial reports. Or you can simply say it helps you in keeping your account organized. For example, now if I want to create printing and stationaries, so the detail type I'm going to select is what? Office supply. Do you understand? So this detail type is just, it helps my account look more organized. So it's necessary that you select an account when you are creating a name. If you are creating a petty cash, you have to select the account type, which is the classification, and also the detail type is very important. You select bank. So I was one that organized all these things so that you can understand it better. So now we're going to set up petty cash. I've set up petty cash already, so I'm going to set another petty cash. So I'm going to type petty cash. I'll put 1, petty cash 1. Then the account number, remember I told you that it's optional, it's not necessary, it's optional, it's not compulsory. So the account type, you select cash and cash equivalent. If you look at it, there's nothing like bank here, so we select cash and cash equivalent. Look at it. Then the detail type is what? Bank. Look at it, bank. So if it is cash on hand that you are creating, you select cash on hand as the detail type. Do you understand? Then sub account, remember I've explained what sub account means. Sub account is an account that is under a particular account. For example, if I want to set up bank as the account name, if I want to set up bank as an account name only, then I have other banks to set up like GT Bank, UBA Bank. I will set up bank as the parent account, while the sub account will be all GT Bank and UBA Bank. It will appear under what? Bank as the account name. So that's what sub account means. Sub means something that is under a particular account. Do you understand? Then the opening balance is the balance that you have as at the period. Then you select the date and the description. The description is the account name. You can also do the same thing. It's actually optional. You can do the same thing here. Then you select save. Look at it. When you click on save, or I use save and new if I want to set up more accounts. So let me just use save so you can view it in the list of chart of accounts. Look at it here. Save is in the list of my accounts. Look at it here. I have petty cash here. It has been saved already. So let me set up the next bank account. Click on new account. So the account name, I want to set up cash on hand. And you know cash on hand fall under which account type? Cash and cash equivalents. Remember, I've explained it to you that all your cash and cash equivalents, the account type is called cash and cash equivalents here. Do you understand? If you are using QuickBooks desktop, you see bank only as the account type. And I told you that in QuickBooks they had to what? Segregate your cash and cash equivalent. It come in in only one account type, which is bank only. Do you understand? They separate it from your current assets. They made it appear in only one account type called cash and cash equivalents. If you are using QuickBooks Online, cash and cash equivalents. So if it was the desktop, it will be bank. Do you understand? If it's the desktop, it will appear under what? Bank. There is no cash and cash equivalent in the desktop version. It is only bank that is there. So don't get confused. So since we are setting up cash on hand, remember I told you that I've set up all these things before, so I'm going to use cash on hand 1. Then the account type, I'll select what? Cash and cash equivalents as the account type. Then the bank, we're going to use cash on hand. This is cash on hand. So the detail type, we are telling the software that it's under is a cash account. So I'm going to click on save and new because I have other accounts to set up. So I've saved it already. If you look at it here, it's already has been added to the list of my chart of accounts. So the next account I want to set up is UBA Bank Naira. Remember I told you I've set up all these accounts, so I'm going to use one for the purpose of this training. I'll use UBA Naira. Okay, let me just use UBA Bank NGN. Then yes, cash and cash equivalent. So this one is a bank. You select bank. Then I'll click on save and new. So I want to set up another bank account, which is Zenith Bank Naira. Remember I told you that I've set up Zenith Bank in Naira, so let me just use Zenith Bank NGN because I didn't use NGN. So this is also a bank. You click on save and new. So now we move to Zenith Bank in USD. This is when we want to turn on that multi-currency sign. That I'm going to show you how to turn on multi-currency, but let's just set up this account first. I'm going to click on save and new. Then First Bank in Naira, I'll do the same thing. All these are my bank account I'm creating. Save and new. Then the next one is what? Employee advances. Remember I told you that I've set up employee advances already, and employee advances fall under what? Current assets. So to be more specific, you select what? Employee cash advance in QuickBooks Online. So I believe you know what employee advances is. So I'm going to select the account type, which is employee under current assets. So I'm going to select employee and cash advances. So this is the right account you are meant to select. I'm selecting save and new. Okay, I've not set up employee advances. That was why it's saved. They didn't tell me that I've set up or I have an existing account named employee advances. So the next one is loan receivable account, which is also a current asset. Loan receivable account. So the account type, we are going to select loan to others. Then you select save and what? Save and new. So the next one I want to set up is prepaid expenses. So prepaid expenses is under current assets. Then the detail type, I'm going to select what? Prepaid expenses. Okay, yes, we have it here. And I'll select save and okay. If you look at it, it's highlighted with a red color. So what it means is that I already have this account set up already. So I'm going to change the name. I'll use prepaid expenses 1. Remember I told you that I've set up all these accounts before. So I'm going to use prepaid expenses 1, save and new. So that's the beauty of using cloud accounting software. It's or the beauty of using accounting software in general. So fixtures and furnitures and fixtures. Okay, I've set this one up already, so I'm going to use furniture and fixtures 1. Then the account type is what? An assets. Fixed assets. The detail type, you select furniture and what? Fixtures. Then I'll select save and new. So the next one I want to create is what? Equipment. Equipment. I've set up equipment before. I'm going to use equipment 1, so which is also a fixed asset. Then we don't have anything like equipment here. So since we don't have equipment, you select since we don't have equipment, you use other fixed assets. Then I'll click on save and what? Save and new. So the next one I want to set up is what? Motor vehicle. Do the same thing here. We look for motor vehicle. So we have vehicle here. Remember I told you that detail type, it helps you in specifying the account you are creating. So I'm going to select save and new. So the next one I want to set up is accumulated depreciation for motor vehicle. So now using QuickBooks, you are going to create what we call sub accounts. Whenever you are setting up accumulated depreciation for a fixed asset, you have to link it to the parent account. So what I mean by the parent account is the motor vehicle. Remember we created a motor vehicle, so motor vehicle will represent the parent account, while the accumulated depreciation for motor vehicle will represent a sub account of what? Motor vehicle. So it helps when you are posting depreciation, when you are depreciating your assets in QuickBooks, how to post it. So you have to create this account, which is a parent account and a sub account for that asset. It helps you when you want to depreciate your assets, when you want to post it in QuickBooks. So that's why you are creating what? 2 accounts. Motor vehicle, which we have created it already, and the second one is what? Accumulated depreciation for motor vehicle. So I'm going to type it here. So I will select yes, fixed assets. Then I'll click on this drop down arrow. I'll select accumulated depreciation on property, plant and equipment. So if you look at it, you see accumulated depletion. This one is for mineral sources. So I'm now going to select, make this a sub account of what? A sub account. So if you look at it, when I click on the drop down arrow, when I check it rather, it brought out a feed where I can select the parent account, which is what I've explained already. Look at parent account. I'm going to select what? Motor vehicle. When you type it, motor vehicle. Motor vehicle. So are you seeing it? Look at it. This is the parent account, while this is the sub account. So the sub account will come under what? Motor vehicle. Then the description. Remember I told you that it's actually optional. You can also do the same thing by copying the account name in this description box. Then you select save and new. So I've created a sub account for motor vehicle. So let me check. Okay, we have accumulated depreciation for furniture and fittings. So let's do the same thing. Paste it. Make this a sub account of furniture and fixtures. Still on accumulated depreciation of furniture and what? Fixtures. I can also paste it here, and I'll select save and new. So the next thing I want to create is value added tax payable under current liability. So I'm going to paste it and select the account type, which is current liabilities. Then the detail type is not an accrued liability. Look at it. So you are going to link it to current tax liability. This is it. Then I'm going to select what save and new. I'm not creating a sub account again, so I'm going to uncheck it. Select save and what save and new. So the next one I want to create is directors account, which is a liability. So this directors account, when directors lend money to the company. So directors account, current liability. Okay, so that is the loan payable. Let's select loan payable. Then you click on save and new. Do the same thing. So setting up chart of account using QuickBooks Online is very easy and simple. Employee benefit payable, which is under current liability. So look for employee benefit payable. So we're going to use payroll liability for employee benefit payable. Then I'm going to click on save and new. So the next one is loan from First Bank. When the company borrows money from a bank, set up the account name. Then you select the account type. The account type is the classification of this account. Where does it fall in? Which is a liability. So we're going to change this to loan payable. You select loan payable, which is the right detail type. So I'm going to select save and new. Then QuickBooks training. This is a service income account. QuickBooks training. I'm going to select income. You select other income. Okay, let's just use other income. Then look for let's use income, because we're going to select service item. We have what we call service item. Look at the list of, we have service / fee income. Select it, then you click on save and new. And remember, why we are selecting the detail type is we are telling the software that this is the right account. This is the right account that you are selecting. So don't go and select anyhow name. You have to be careful of the account that you are selecting. If you are creating QuickBooks training as an income, you enter the name, then the account type, which is the classification, you select income. Then the detail type, it helps you in classifying that account as well. So it's very important. You have to link it to the specific account type. If you have selected income, you select what type of income. That's what it means. What type of income is it? That's what this detail type means. So that's why I selected was service / fee income. So the next one I want to create is what sales. I believe I have sales there already. So okay, let me just, since I have sales is an sales of product income, click on save and new. Then advertising expenses, we do the same thing. Advertising expenses, advertising and promotional expenses. Yes, I've set up advertising. Okay, I've not. Save and new. I'm going to do the same thing. Repairs and maintenance expenses, paste it here. Then you link it to, if we have repairs only, I believe we have, let's look for where there's maintenance expenses. Where there's maintenance expenses, okay, we have just repairs and maintenance. So we click on save and new. Still the same thing, electricity expenses. We type it here, electricity expenses, which fall under what? Utilities. So you select utilities. If you look at it, look at the account type that are here. We have advertising, amortization, bank charges, cost of labor, finance. So you select utilities. Utilities is the right. So the next one is meals and entertainment. So I'm going to create an account, meals and entertainment. We have entertainment as a detail type here. Okay, we have meals and entertainment here too. So you select save and new. Okay, we have two. So I'm going to use meals and entertainment one. Remember, I told you that I've set up this account before, so that's why I'm using one. Save and new. So the next one is what? Office supplies. Office supplies. I'm going to do the same thing. Office supplies. Then a detail type, you select office. We have anything like office and general administrative expenses. Okay, I've set it up already, that's why you are seeing it in red color. So I'm going to use one. Save and new. I'm going to do the same thing, directors emoluments, which fall under what? Expenses. So this director emolument consists of director's salaries and any other expenses that the director incur. It's personal expenses as well. So I'm going to look for the rights. I'm going to use management compensation. We don't have anything like director's emolument, so this is what we are going to use. Then I'll select save and new. So the next thing, salaries and wages. Salaries and wages. Check if we have anything like employee benefit, or so we are going to link it to payroll. We link it to payroll. It relates to employees. Where is my payroll? Okay, yeah, payroll expenses. So you select save and new. So the last one is what? Gift and support. This is when the director give out gifts to maybe clients, so it's also an expenses. So we are going to use charitable. Where is charitable? We're going to use charitable contribution. Okay, I already have gift and support, so let me use gift and support one. Then you select save and new. So this is how you set up your chart of accounts using the list of my accounts that I've just set up. This is cash and cash equivalent, cash on hand, first bank, petty cash. So these are the list of the account that I just set up now. This is motor vehicle, this is a sub account. So this is how you set up chart of account using QuickBooks Online. And also you can also turn on the settings for account number. Let me show you how to do that. You click on the J icon, you select account and settings, then you click on advanced. Click on advanced. It's still loading, so let's see enable account number. In case if your own is not showing, you select show account number, you tick it. If it's not tick, it will not display. So you click on save, then click on done. So this is how you do that using QuickBooks Online.